For Wrath and Redemption by Brit Benson is live. You can go listen to it now. Duet narration by Jason Clarke and Mollie Stark. And yes, getting those names in the right order has been hell for my brain. For some reason, Clarke and Stark is just not vibing. But good news, fucking phenomenal together. Oh yes, there's probably going to be some cursing. I apologise in advance. This is a standalone, but does follow on in this next book in this series and the next book in another series. Claire was in the other one, Jonah has been in this one. I did book 1 in this series, but somehow managed to miss book 2. But as my girl Stella Hunter on it, I don't know how, but anyway, it happened. We're going back and doing both that is being missed. But how it came to be that I was subjected to this torture in a good way, don't worry. So the narrator reveal happened, Jason Clarke shared it and said, well, this was a journey, paraphrasing, and I was like, a journey? What now? That sounds interesting. And he came back and was like, I was gonna attempt to do a Jason Clarke voice, but I won't. But he said it was good but intense, and I was like, intense, I think I'm going to peace out. Clearly I did not peace out, because I listened to it all 14 hours 10 minutes of it I listened to in a day, because once I started I was done for. So anywho, I was not going to do it. I felt like I wasn't in the headspace for something that was going to be intense, which to me, I'm thinking all the emotions, all the angst, just not in the space for that right now. And then MustLoveAudio, gotta love them. Well, like, last call for the Brit Benson book, codes are going out. If you want in, let us know. The producer had said they felt this was like Jason's best performance they had heard. I was like, if that's not going to sway me, I'm also going to get to meet a new female voice artist. Why wouldn't I? Like, at the end of the day, if it becomes too much, I can always back away. But getting to hear a new female voice for me was like, we're gonna do it. So I signed up thinking I probably wouldn't get it anyway. I got it. So it starts, and now I had heard so many people say they didn't think they were going to be able to forgive Claire, she was this bad person, and part of me was like, I really wish I'd had the time to do the books that she was in so that I could feel that same way, because I wasn't feeling that way. But actually, as I did it, I actually was really pleased that I went in meeting her where she was and not having any preconceived thoughts and feelings about her, because we get to see just from her. So I think there's two lots of readers or listeners, right? You have those that know who she is and get to see that redemption and how things change and changing their mind, but those that know where she is, meeting her for the first time, falling in love with her, and then getting to go back and be like, whoa, hang on a minute. So I actually love that. So yes, it started, and straight off the bat, out of the gate, I was like, Mollie Stark is fucking awesome. And also, I love Claire. What I don't love is this just canoe that is manipulating her. I have a really big time with manipulation, especially of females. And I know the characters just don't. You think that's bad? Wait until you find out what happened next, okay? So I love Claire, and then you know, we go through the rigmarole, and, you know, the prologue is very gut-wrenching, but then we meet Jonah as an adult. For a man that doesn't like a man, he is exactly like the man. And I got to the point where I think I was like 25, 30% in, and I was like, am I supposed to be rooting for this guy? He's a fucking wanker. Like, how am... No. I was like, please tell me she meets somebody else and ends up happy. I was just, no. And I fully expected to get to the end and be like, yay, they're together. She deserved better. That was not how it ended. Close to the end, ended up sobbing in a bathtub, so you can see how that went. No, I have not shared that video. But it is a mark of an incredible book that can, one, elicit such visceral reactions. I was throwing things. I was shouting at my phone. I was cursing the ground this guy walked on and hoping that his pillow was always warm, among other more violent things. Anywho, to then go to swooning, loving, needing them to be together and be happy. And I just loved the impact that that had. And 100% Jason was right when he said this was intense. It was intense. There are a lot of triggering things going on in the book. Please pay attention if it is an issue for you. But two, like, main things for me is alcoholism and eating disorders. They are featured heavily. So if those are things that are triggering for you, please put in whatever you need to put in to keep yourself safe while you do this book. I will agree, this is definitely right up there in one of Jason's best performances. But Mollie, man, I mean, Jason and Mollie together, like, authors, you've got to make that happen again, because that was so good. And both of them were so incredible at making you feel the emotion the characters were feeling. Like, you were in that with them and what they were experiencing, and it was just a masterclass performance. And Mollie, just for me, she stole the show in how she portrayed Claire, and both of them were so good at conveying the vulnerabilities of the characters, and not only where they were, but the past and all the different emotion of what they were experiencing with their addiction type issues. It was, and trauma. It was a lot. It was a lot. I felt all the emotions. I think I ran like the gambit of every single emotion humanly possible. But I loved it. The fact that I don't remember the last time a book had me that gripped and that had me change my opinion so swiftly. And I mean, who doesn't love a hero that's a rock star, that wears glasses and loves reading? Even if he's a wanker to begin with. Just saying. You should definitely pick it up.